Hello, McFluffy52 here, back with more Murders at Karlov Manor action. Today we're playing a deck list I'm calling Grixis Dragons. I think it's quite fun. It was heavily inspired by Hello Good Games, Izzet, and Grixis Dragon lists. However, I made, I think, quite a few changes that I think helped to take the deck to the next level. So we are playing Grixis, but we're really only playing one black card, and that is the awesome dragon support card, Rivaz the Claw. It is a 3-mana 3/3 with Menace. It can tap for 2 mana of any color combination to cast dragon spells. It also allows us to cast dragon spells from our graveyard once a turn, and if those dragons die, they get exiled. So that's Rivaz. That's why we're playing black. Really nice for recurring dragons in the late game if we ever get the chance, and also just ramping into massive dragons turn 4. Sarkhan, another awesome 3-mana dragon support card, 3-mana legendary human creature shaman, 2/4 dragon spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. So this is ramp on 3, and then we can drop a 5-drop dragon on turn 4. And then also it has this really neat and actually shockingly powerful ability that says whenever a dragon enters the battlefield under your control, you may have Sarkhan, Soul of Flame, become a copy of it until end of turn, except its name is Sarkhan. So that prevents it from legend ruling if it was a legendary dragon. But yeah, Sarkhan, super cool, because if we play a Bonehorde Dracusaur turn 4, because we get to ramp, Sarkhan's gonna become a flying 5/5 first strike, which also works well with another card that we're playing, which is one of my favorite cards in the entire deck, Invasion of Tarkir. This is an awesome battle. It's a 2-mana battle with 5 loyalty counters, or defense counters. And when it enters the battlefield, you can reveal any number of dragon cards from your hand, and this will add damage to whatever you target. So when it enters the battlefield, you can do 2 damage plus the number of cards you reveal to any other target. So you can target a secondary Invasion of Tarkir if you have one, or you can just target the opponent's face or a creature they play. And then flipping this into Defiant Thundermaw is where the real money is. Defiant Thundermaw is a crazy card if you can ever get this to flip. Especially if you have Sarkhan on the battlefield, because Sarkhan can copy it, and then if you attack in with Sarkhan, it gets crazy because it is a flying 4/4 trampler, and it says whenever a dragon you control attacks, it deals 2 damage to any target. That is a lot of damage when you get copies of it, or if you have multiple dragons, it adds up quickly. So yeah, that's Invasion of Tarkir. That's kind of one of our important support cards. Now in terms of the dragons, we have Bonehorde Dracusaur, awesome like top end of the deck. It gives us card advantage, creates dinosaurs, ramps us. It's a flying 5/5 first strike. It can fight with Shieldred and win. Not many cards in standard can do that. Incinerator the Guilty is a new card from Murders at Karlov Manor. It is a 6-drop 6/6 flying trample dragon, and says when it deals combat damage to a player, you may collect evidence 8x. Why was I trying to say 8x? And when you do, it deals X damage to each creature and planeswalker that player controls. So this is kind of a sweeper dragon, and the real trick to this is if we play it with Sarkhan out, we can attack in immediately because Sarkhan will become a copy of it. And so this is a decent actual sweeper in the deck. Now, talking about sweepers, we do have some additional sweeper cards. We have Brotherhood's End, Ill-Timed Explosion, another new card, draw 2 cards, discard 2, or you can choose to discard 2, and if you discard 2, deals X damage to each creature, where X is the greatest mana value of discarded cards. We don't really mind discarding dragons all that much because we can replay them from our graveyard with Rivaz. So yeah, now the battle being such a high priority target, especially if we can flip it before we attack, we are playing some burn spells that can target it and help to flip it before we attack. We're playing two copies of Play with Fire, 3 Lightning Strikes, and 2 Nahiri's Warcrafting. Nahiri's Warcrafting also good with dealing with Shieldred or other big things, but it can target battles. It cannot target faces. Play with Fire and Lightning Strike in a pinch when we start drawing off of Bonehorde Dracusaur can just start flinging damage to the opponent's face, which is really nice. But Nahiri's Warcrafting cleanly deals with Invasion of Tarkir, so we can go ahead and immediately get value by attacking in after flipping it because it does 5 damage. Now, the last support cards that we have, Roaming Throne, really crazy with the Defiant Thundermaw because it's going to double up the triggers. It's also going to be a dragon itself, and you can have Sarkhan become a copy of it. The Sarkhan doesn't become a dragon copy of it. It's kind of weird, so it doesn't actually double up triggers that many more times, but at least you can make Sarkhan into a 4/4 whenever you cast Roaming Throne. And then we have Slip Out the Back as protection because, well, admittedly one of the weak points of this deck is our kind of card draw is locked behind Rivaz, and our card advantage is locked behind Rivaz of the Claw, Bonehorde Dracusaur, and Ill-Timed Explosion. So we don't have a ton of card advantage, so if our threats get answered with as we curve out, it could be potentially harmful. So being able to protect our big bombs like Bonehorde Dracusaur is very helpful. Iron Crag for ramp, 25 lands, 1 Cavern of Souls, because we don't want to commit too big into non-colored pips for our Brotherhood's End, or Nahiri's Warcrafting, and things like Sarkhan, which is not a dragon spell, but we can play it on dragon to make our big dragons uncounterable. Xander's Lounge for cycling later on, and all the other good stuff. Alright, hopping now straight into some ranked games. I really try to power through. I always try and power through those like deck techs, but sometimes I get myself bogged down talking about everything. This hand is definitely not a key. We don't have any early interaction. There's lightning strikes, there's play with fires, there's battles. What the? Huh? Okay, I was like, you all saw that, right? Opponent goes first. You will return 2 cards to the bottom of your life. What? That's bugged. But this says keep 6, so maybe it's wrong. We're gonna keep. I think we'll get rid of Incinerator the Guilty and then try and keep with ease. Oh. But yeah, if you enjoy Magic the Gathering videos, consider subscribing. I forget to say this towards the beginning of videos, and it's probably a good idea. Alright, well, it looks like our opponent's also playing something slow, but they might be playing Azorius Control, which is kind of bad. Or they're playing Esper Legends, which would be less good for us. We could also just be playing an Azorius tempo deck. Anything is possible. Reanimator. Rivaz, I do like to see that. I think we're gonna go ahead and try and get it out there. Because in a pinch we can just Brotherhood's End. Yeah. This is definitely one of the harder matchups in terms of tempo. I think this deck probably is best suited to prey on like aggro decks. Angels? Flash Tribal? Flash Flying Tribal? There's a series of options that this could be. Alright, let's see what's on the top of the deck. Altawara, I think I'll actually keep that, and I can cycle Xander's Lounge into my hand. Or I can cycle it with Xander's Lounge into my hand. Hey, there it is. Errant and Yada. Flash Flying Tribal. Come on, there you go. Oh, I screwed it up. Cast spells with flash and flying from top of your library at any time. That hurts. This is actually kind of bad for us because our sweepers aren't going to be particularly good. Let's go ahead and get this land off the top of our library. And we can jam down Bonehorde Dracusaur potentially next turn. Though I think what we're going to want to do is I think we're going to want to try and get out Brotherhood's End. We can try and play around to make disappear, or we can just accept that it's going to get countered if they have a counter spell. Because if we do that, we can play down a theater. See what they have. I mean, they have flash threats that they can flash in after the sweeper anyway, so it's not going to do much. Slip Out the Back in a pinch can also remove blockers or like threats from the board for a turn. Yep. So even if we played out the Ottawara beforehand, it would have gotten countered. That's not great. Roaming Throne, I don't think I need a second. It is interesting what our opponent is playing. I feel like it would have quite a lot of trouble against like Boros, but maybe there's enough interaction that they can hold up. They can actually, yeah, they get to cast that for free because of Malcolm. Malcolm's got to stick around way too long. Alright, Sarkhan. I feel like we just go for the Bone Horde Dracusaur, and if it gets countered, we concede because we're like dead. We can't play Sarkhan because it will die, pretty much. I mean, we can slip out the back one of their creatures, but alright. There is hope. Temporarily, there is it. Hope is there somewhere. The downside is we don't have a way of dealing with their board very soon. Wandering Emperor is kind of annoying. Can slip out the back one of their creatures so we don't die.
Let your blade do the
Probably Malcolm, just so they don't get a free cast. And then hopefully we hit a sweeper off of Bone Horde Dracusaur Exiles. Preferably we would hit the
greet our enemies.
preferably we would hit preferably we hit the sweeper that does damage to planeswalkers as well, because their Wandering Emperor will keep going off otherwise. They let that resolve. Not too shocking. Don't think they have a way of doing 2 damage to our face. Sweeper, sweeper, sweeper. Gross. Alright, well, that's gonna do it. On to the next one. Alright, next victim, or next assailant. I mean, man, we are really not finding any battles, no lightning strikes, like no cards on 2 or 1, and it's starting to like irritate me a bit. Opponent goes first. Like, how are we not finding any 2 or 1 drops? Opponent plays second main phase. Nope. Oh, there we go, 2 drop, but we can't play it because all our lands are tapped anyways. Untapped land would be kind of nice at this point. Izzet? Gleaming Gildrick. Okay, so they're an Izzet artifacts deck. I like that. Pretty cool. I think we can stop Gleaming Geardrake from getting like counters with a slip out the back, but it doesn't seem like the right move here. I wanted to do a deck with like Gleaming Geardrake with the Anvil. I have it like brewed up and everything. I played it like once or twice in the standard queue, but I never haven't gotten around to trying to record it. But then I also saw like Ash Lizzle did a video on the Magic the Gathering official YouTube channel on Grixis Anvil, and I was like, okay, maybe I don't need to do Grixis Anvil with Gleaming Geardrake, since other people have already beaten me to the chase. Opponent, come on now. What are you gonna do? Pump it? Lightning strike me? You have 2 mana open. What could be oh. That's kind of annoying. I mean, I could have played it and then played the Ironcrag, and then I would have still been able to play the Dracusaur next turn. Or I would have guaranteed being able to play the Dracusaur next turn. So this is kind of a gamble here. Kind of wish I mulliganed the hand. Because our opponent's also playing slow, so we could have gotten away with it, and we could have probably gotten better things to do on turn 1, turn 2. Experimental Synthesizer, nice. Good card advantage. You can also sacrifice it to itself to make it 2/2 and get more card advantage. Voltage Surge, my creature dies. Yeah, this is bad. I played this poorly. I should have played the Tapland and Ironcrag. Schooner. Oh no. That card is really annoying to deal with. Alright. Ironcrag and then the Theater, I think. Sweet. I think we like a sweeper here. Though it doesn't stop the Schooner from crewing after every time they play a creature. But it looks like they don't have that many creatures because, you know, they're playing a bunch of instant and sorceries and planned like artifact synergies. Might honestly slip out the back something here because I don't. They're gonna have a hard time dealing with the. Should have slipped it out the back before attacks if I was planning to. I'll just wait. Another Gear Drake is bad because I can draw them cards. Especially after we sweep the board. 1, 2. Thank goodness. There we go. Don't need a Dracusaur. We have 3 of them. And then... boom. This isn't instant speed, so we're just gonna go ahead and toss it at their face. Now we can hopefully land a Dracusaur and take over the game. We also have protection for it, though it will also cost us a life. Crack the clue. Cranko. Oh no, that's game. That's pretty much game, no? Each goblin. Oh. Not quite, but yeah, might as well be game. This is why the Schooner's bad, and why the sand was bad. Well, come on now. There we go. Alfame. Okay. Good hand, please. Thank you. Like, very keepable hand here. Very, very keepable. Got, like, sweeper, interaction on 2. Solid 3 drop to curve out with. Hold up Lightning Strike for whatever they cast. Okay. How about no? This is going to the graveyard from their hand, they don't draw a card. That is a neat trick you can perform. Alright, Sarkhan. We're in a good spot. I think we take the Kamano hit so we don't risk Sarkhan dying to anything, and then they're probably going to give it Menace with another Sticky Fingers. Since they seem to be an interesting deck. Okay, well now they can't attack in with Etchings. I mean, we could just trade here. They get like 2 card looks. I don't think that's that great. Especially since they can't immediately deal with Sarkhan because I think this entered the battlefield their turn. I mean, we can play Nahiris and try and find a land. Yeah, that works. Play it on Dragon. And then we might just ill-time Explosion to draw 2 cards next turn. Forge is incredibly annoying. But not the end of the world. Another Sarkhan. Yeah, that's not really what I was looking for. I can Thundering Falls beforehand because it's not like we're gonna play anything. We get another. I think I actually like Roaming Throne, but I almost wonder if we would want something better. think we put it away. Maybe we'll draw 2. Fine. We have Brotherhood's End to deal with their Forge, because it can deal with artifacts 3 mana value or less. Hopefully they play another, I guess. Double Sarkhan looks awful though. I'm not doing a good job of showing off this deck, am I? 3. They have 1 mana open, so they could have a play with fire. But I think I'm willing to take that chance because we have another Sarkhan. Oh my goodness, there you are. I think we're gonna take a lot of damage next turn, so I can't swing in. I think I just played Drachiosaur and then see what we hit off of the Drachiosaur. I mean, I could swing in here, do 5 damage, but they're gonna be swinging with a 3/3 from the Forge, a 3/3 from Squee, and a 2/2 from Mono. And I would prefer to have 2 blockers than 1. Because now we can kill 2 things if they swing in. Though we might... I think we can afford to block with Drachiosaur because it has first strike, so you can't really combo kill it with a burn spell very easily. Mechanized Warfare, that's pretty good, but not really good enough. First strike absolutely dumpsters on the Forge, so we're actually not even worried about that too much. Because it only has 1 toughness, so first strike will always kill it. And then, what do we get? Play with fire, lightning strike. Ooh, I like this. We did not get any lands, which is a bit unfortunate. Play dragon. Sarkhan can become a copy of it because it's a dragon when it enters is the fun thing. And then I think we'll play a land. What do we deal with here? Get rid of Squee. And then like Mono maybe? I think the plan is just to hold back our Bone Horde to deal with the Forge tokens for the time being. We'll do 2 damage to our Sarkhan, but it's 4/4. And now we will double exile with our Bone Horde Drachiosaur, so it kind of gets out of hand. That's 4 damage. And at least it's not going to get exiled here. The opponent spent like so much damage to go to our to deal with that our life total isn't completely ruined. Alright, Rivaz we will probably play, but first off, I think we're gonna go ahead and deal with this. Oops, that was a mistake. So, everything's fine. I think we attack in with Roaming Throne because we don't really ever want to lose it. Don't mind blocking with Sarkhan, and we can recast our dragon from the graveyard with Rivaz. Godric, kinda annoying. What's on top of our library? Slip out the back. Don't think I care. I would like another dragon. Alright, Sarkhan. It is time you go in. We need to be putting our opponent down. We can recast Squee, but not gonna be super huge. Can't block the Godric here with our Bone Horde if we want our Bone Horde to live. Actually, it has first strike. First strike. Yeah, that's first strike. It's such a good body, the Bone Horde. Alright, next opponent. Hopefully I did a good job of showing what hand not to keep that like second game. Here we go. Here's like a pretty cool hand, I think. Play the Theater. Opponent, what are you playing? You are playing Boros, though. Brotherhood's End, yeah. If they're playing Boros, yes. Tarkir, their face, or their creature. Yeah, let's go with Tarkir on their face. We don't need to reveal any dragons. We're just getting rid of their creature. Incinerator, they're guilty. Hopefully we'll... People love their forge, and I understand why. The card is ridiculously good, but I don't really want to deal with it. Do we play Rivaz or do we play Roaming Throne? Rivaz. Wow, they are playing a lots of bits and bobs. We can Warcrafting their Spear Guard, but that seems incredibly stupid. I think what we do is we Roaming Throne on Dragon, and then next turn we can flip our Invasion of Tarkir, attack in, and like double trigger. Seems pretty gross. We can potentially cast a land. Oh no, we can't cast a land from it. Depends on what we draw. But yeah, if we get the... You are fun. Yeah, we got no way of dealing with ossification, unfortunately. We have Lightning Strike at the ready. 1/3 drop for 3 mana to collect evidence with. Okay. This is just a collection of Boros cards, isn't it? Okay. Manland. Sure. Nice. 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 I have a protection spell? 2 mana Stone Rain. Please nerf. Alright, Bone Horde. Can't remove it all now, can you, opponent? Apparently they can. Is this spear card going to be the death of us? Probably not. Ooh, I can Sarkhan and then double explore, and then next turn I can flip. Yeah, this is... I'm holding off flipping this battle, I know, but... Please forgive me. Slip out the back. Yeah, sure. Actually pretty good. And we also get to double pump our Sarkhan, so it'll be hard to remove unless they have hard removal. War Leader's Call, or whatever. Make a rat, we take 1. Okay. So part of me just wants to play Incinerator the Guilty and wait a turn to see what our opponent's up to. Worried they have another Song of Totentons in their hand, but I think we're just gonna die anyways if that's the case, so maybe we just Tarkir it up. That is gonna be a large Defiant Thundermaw. We will be able to protect Defiant Thundermaw with our slip out the back. Bared. Didn't do a damage and then an end of turn. He will create another one. Question is, do we want to slip out the back to deal with that then? I don't think so. I think we take the damage. Because we can sweep their board this next turn with Incinerator the Guilty and probably finish off the game. The biggest thing possible, Sarkhan's going to be an 8 trampler, do a bunch of damage. We don't have any protection for our Sarkhan, which is the only downside. So if it connects, it's not going to be able to sweep. Or if it doesn't connect, it's not going to be able to sweep. That is absolutely fine with us. We now know our opponent is empty-handed and they die. Sweet. That's what we were trying to do all along. Hopefully I demonstrated some of the power of that battle in that game, as well as the ability to flip it with our burn spells. I know Hello Good Game, his original Izzet version had like maybe 4 copies of the Nahiri's Warcrafting to flip the battle, and then his Grixis version changed into like a lot more black removal spells, and I just don't think black removal spells are worth it here. I don't think we need, you know what, why not? We need to make our haste known. They have to know what we're about, and it's about Dragons, the dragons. Get an invasion of Tarkir again. I think I might. They might flash in a Resolute Reinforcements. I'm happy with an ill-timed explosion in that case. But then I can... Question is, do I target the battle so I can do 2 damage to it to flip it? Maybe. So then we could potentially burn spell it if we get like a play with fire, lightning strike. War Leader's Call, very, very scary. Play Sarkhan. We can protect Sarkhan with Slip Out the Back. And then we can Bonehorde Dracosaur and flip one of the invasions, which is crazy. Okay, we can go off. The question is our opponent going to be faster than us? They are playing the Boros deck. And by the Boros deck, I mean like Boros tokens, Boros Convoke, whatever you want to call it. Or whatever you end up building it as. Alright, we can hold up a blue as like what we like to see. Take action. Back. Flip this one. Cast. We are really looking lethal about now. Defiant Thundermaw. You can protect it, either of them with Slip Out the Back. The problem is if they have like a Song of Totentons, they can make 4 hasty 3/3s and also deal 8 damage. So like we're very much in kill shot range is the funny thing. Please a burn spell. Oh, Roaming Throne. No. No. Yes, it's so good. It's so good. The opponent is so screwed. This is actually absurd. Oh, I should have said no, so I could have had it become a copy of the Thundermaw. Can I still have it become a copy of the Thundermaw? Please? Oh, I missed out on damage. I think this is still lethal. Like, just a few Defiant Thundermaw triggers. Unless they have, like, Wandering Emperor plus some other life gain, I think this is way enough. Yeah. We had 16 damage from those triggers alone. I don't even know if we finished stacking them. That was fun. Alright. We're against a numbered mythic opponent. That's spooky. Ooh, this is actually kind of a nice hand because we can flip the battle. And we have the battle on 2, which is, you know, decent removal. Farm card, coast it up. The Blackleaf Cliffs. Honestly, we could probably play a few less red-black sources and play some more other sources, but... Invasion. Oh man, it's gonna be interesting. I think we reveal. I don't think we care if mono red knows what we have in our hands. Like, what are they gonna do? Thought sees us. Nice. I think we go battle. I think we just go for it. Next turn, if we get a land, we roaming throne, and we can clean up the board when we attack with our Thunderjaw, Thundermaw, whatever you want to call it. No, I'm joking. No, I think we might have to take hits here if the opponent goes attacking, and it might also put us down to like 4 life. Ooh, Feldon. Okay, that's a Witch Stalker thing. Monitor. And we miss a land drop with her 25 land deck. Unfortunate. Oh, Mono Red will probably have more land drops than us. That's a Phoenix chick. This is shaping up to be a loss. Man, if we had a land drop here, we could Roaming Throne potentially. Or Bonehorde Dracusaur the next turn. I don't know, they just got a fast start and we didn't draw into Play with Fires. I think honestly switching out a Slip Out the Back with like a Play with Fire might be good. Oh, the Case of the Crimson Pulse. This is a super cool card that I think is honestly quite strong. Because if they empty their hand and then every turn after that they're gonna be drawing 2 additional cards at their upkeep. So they're gonna get 3 cards to send straight to our face if they run out of stuff. Yikers. This is not good. I think that's going to be a good game. Nice. Nice. Now they empty their hand. We are extremely dead. Well, and you know what? I'll let them finish this off this game. Dragon done. Show us the case. See, they draw 2 cards and they draw an additional card. Or they draw their 2 additional cards and then they draw for turn afterwards. Yep. That's gonna do it. I just realized I completely forgot to unpause after choosing my mulligan, or my keeps. We kept this hand. Sarkhan, double Nahiris, and a Bonehorde Dracusaur. Pretty good hand. Ooh. 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 Don't mind if I do. Though, opponent might be playing the Dimir Reenact the Crime combo deck, and if they are, I'm gonna cry. That deck does not care what your opponent's doing. It just wins if it gets to do its thing. We are playing basics, I think. Yeah, we were playing our responsible 3 basics. Do we need blue mana? Probably not for the foreseeable future, so we'll go with red. Probably not. Oh, they're playing 3 color. So maybe... I don't know what they could be playing. Sultai Control. That was not on my bingo card. Fight Rigging. Okay, okay. That makes a lot more sense. Sultai Fight Rigging. Cool. Love me some Fight Rigging. Though, it sucks when they hit the stuffs. When the opponent pops off with the Fight Rigging, it's a little less fun. Alright. Boom. I think we'll decline. Don't need our Iron Crag transforming. Really would like some burn spells we could throw at their face. Hammer Skull, yep. 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 Non-token creature. Part of me wants to sacrifice the Bonehorde Dracusaur. The other part of me wants to sacrifice Rivaz. I think we'll sacrifice Rivaz. We have an extra. Oh. Oh. I hope you have removal, opponent. Like, sure, this Roaming Throne is cool. We can do it next turn. Roaming Throne's cool and all, but what's even cooler is Sarkhan transforming into a massive dragon. Bonk. I love it. This deck is fun. Or it's fun when you get to do this stuff. And I think I've learned something over the course of this video I'll talk about. Alright. Next opponent. Is that supposed to be like Daniel or Daniela? Probably Daniel. With like a silent E at the end or something. I don't know. I'm not a professional. No! Those are my least favorite colors. Actually, they're among my least favorite colors. Honestly, Esper is my least favorite colors. Probably shouldn't be shocking that Esper is my least favorite colors. No, I will say, if they counter this, it's kinda okay, but we don't get to do anything next turn. Unless we draw an untapped land. These lounges are kind of painful sometimes. But I think part of the reason I have such a beef with the swamp mana color is there was too much time where it was way too good. Absolutely, I will play that from exile. It says play, so you can also play lands if you exile a land. We can Roaming Throne next turn, or we could Sarkhan and just maybe we play this. Trying to get around counterspell by playing our land first. Bye-bye, Sarkhan. It's the old Dimir step on you build. I don't know. The Dimir deck that hurts your soul. Removaltron. Play Rivaz. And then Tarkir. Shoot them in the face. I don't know if I want to reveal that when we're playing against this opponent. Could have played Bonehorde Dracusaur instead of these two. But they're probably going to remove it anyways. Okay, you have 3 mana. You've gone through 2 removals and a counter. Can I have something for a turn? Just a turn. Just one. A singular one. No. Answer is no. I cannot. Okay. We flip it on their end step so we can actually keep it potentially. I hate you. I very much do. Oh, ill-timed explosion is so bad in Shieldred. Oh, they're tapped out. We just need to hope for a burn spell off the top. If we can get a burn spell off the top, we can Roaming Throne, attack in with Defiant Thundermaw, double shot Shieldred. Alright, don't think we have much of an option here. Play this. Play it on Dragon. Swing in on the invasion of Tarkir. You have no mana! Thank you. Attack here. We get a double trigger. One goes face, one goes to the place. And we'll have 2 Defiant Thundermaws. And if we get to keep everything for a turn, which, you know, knock on wood, the opponent's gone through 5 removal spells. 4, 3, I can't count. Devious cover up. They sweep up the entire board. Very likely. Crew, interesting. I appreciate your Giga Brain strat. They could activate a Restless Reef and really make us hurt. Potentially. I mean, no way I'm blocking. Well, they could sweep and then we'll feel sad, but hey. It is what it is. Alright. Do I get to attack? Holy crap, you are dead. Oh my god. Just a few. Oh. I love Defiant Thundermaw plus Roaming Throne is one of the most. We have literally 24 damage. 12 times 2. It does 24 damage. Please tell me how you plan to survive. Pow, pow, pow. Are you gonna individually do it? Pow. 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 Ciao. Alright, I'm done. Take that, Shieldred. We don't care. You can have your 4/5, 4 mana, death touching, gaining life, draining life card all you want. Alright, well that is gonna do it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed Grixis Dragons. It was a ton of fun to play. Hopefully you had as much fun watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing. Helps out the channel a ton. Hopefully, hoping to get, by the end of this year, maybe 1,000 subscribers, because then you can actually monetize your channel on YouTube, and I can feel a little bit less bad about recording videos instead of doing other things that could maybe be advancing my skills or something. I don't know. But anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed today's video, maybe you'll enjoy the previous video where we played, I think it was, oh yeah, we played the last video was the budget deck where we played 0 rares. We played the mono blue artifact tempo deck that is running around the ladder, and it's quite actually the performer considering there are no rares. Like a 56% win rate, which is not like game breaking, but certainly quite acceptable if you want to climb. Anyways, have a nice morning, evening, night, afternoon, wherever and whenever you're watching. Ciao.